Hello YouTube! Welcome to my October favorites video. Did you see me almost forget what month it was just there? This year's going by really fast. I'm gonna start with games. So the first game I want to tell you guys about is awesome. It's called Puzzle Bandits. I discovered it recently. It has the same mechanics as games like Puzzle & Dragons or Battle Camp. I really enjoy this game mechanic and I really recommend that you check it out if you like those types of games. Candy Blast Mania is a game that I'm a little bit ashamed that I've been playing because it's exactly like Frozen Free Fall and Candy Crush and all of those games, but it's Halloween themed, so I've been indulging myself this month. It's really fun. I don't need to explain it to you because it's exactly like those other games. If you like these kinds of puzzle games, the kind where half the time you're having fun, but half the time you're just like super frustrated that you can't get past this level, check it out. If not, stay really far away from it. Okay, I have been on an anime high lately. I've been watching a lot of new shows. The first one is, of course, Sword Art Online. I cannot believe I haven't watched SAO yet. It's so good. It's so good. I can't really tell you why it's so good because it's a big spoiler. These characters log in to Sword Art Online, which is a brand new MMORPG, and some crazy stuff goes down. I love the theme song, by the way. I love when anime has a good theme song. And I think that the characters are wonderful and the two main characters are just like instantly up on my like favorite anime characters of all time list. I just love it. I also watched a 10-episode little short anime called Problem Children Are Coming From Another World, Aren't They? We decided to watch it based on the fact that the name was long and hilarious, but it ended up being really good. Again, I loved the theme song. It's so good. And it's about these people who are brought to this place called the Little Garden from these parallel dimensions because they have special powers, and then they can do these gift game battle challenges with other people that are living in the Little Garden. Then I had a little trip down memory lane and I rewatched some Cardcaptor Sakura with some of my roommates because I don't think any of them had ever watched it, and that show has always had a really special place in my heart. I think I loved it even more than Sailor Moon when I was younger. I loved Sakura and I loved Kero and I loved all of the Cloud cards. I remember I printed out my favorite Cloud cards and like cut them out and glued them onto cardstock, made my own mini deck of like the Cloud cards that I had captured. I watched the show when I was like 11, so don't judge me. I think this counts as anime, even though it's made by Rooster Teeth, but I finally watched Ruby. It's this really interesting and well done web series. It has strange animation, but the characters are great. I love the outfits. I'll admit I watched this show almost entirely because I want to cosplay one of the four girls in a group. I watched the whole thing in one day while I was working on a Halloween costume. Oh, it's about, I didn't even say what it's about. It's about these kids who go to this school to become hunters and huntresses, and they're the ones who fight monsters to keep the rest of the world safe. And the characters are all like pretty badass, which I like. Other TV things going on are, I finally started watching Play It Again, Dick, which is the Veronica Mars spinoff about Ryan who wants to get a Veronica Mars spinoff going, and he's trying to get all the characters involved and most of them don't care except Logan, who's really on board, and it's really different than I was expecting for a Veronica Mars spinoff, but I really am enjoying it. I also finally started watching Scrubs. That's a show that I've never watched, really. I didn't watch it when it was airing, but I needed something, you know, sort of that I could like half pay attention to while I'm working on my computer, and so I started watching Scrubs on Netflix and I like it. I'm also considering finally sitting down and taking the Gilmore Girls plunge. It's another show that I've only seen like an episode here or there, but a lot of people told me that I was a lot like Rory growing up, and that's probably true because I was always reading. I told myself that I shouldn't buy any more art because I'm like running out of wall space for all my art, but buying art from independent artists, especially ones who do like amazing like nerdy creations, is one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite places to put my money. So I did end up buying a couple things at Geek Girl Con. The first thing I got, my favorite artist of all time is The Gorgonist. I have a lot of her stuff. She's so great. So I only let myself buy 5x7 prints from her this time around, but I bought this Adventure Time print because it's super cute and new. I hadn't seen it before from her. But I also bought this print of Luna, Artemis, and Diana because it was so cute and we were doing Sailor Moon cosplay at this event, so I was kind of like really high on Sailor Moon. This last piece I saw and I had to have 100%, probably because I was wearing a Sailor Moon costume when I saw it, but this is amazing. It's like the coolest piece of art I own. It has all the Sailor Scouts in a row looking up at the moon together, and it's just like, it's just so pretty and so awesome, and you can see like all the planets up here. So this is by an artist called K.R. Meyer. She has a DeviantArt and a Tumblr and all of that, so if you want to check out her art or the Gorgonist, I'll put links to both of them below. They both do really, really amazing work. God, I just love this! I just can't wait till this is on my wall. Two more things. First off, NaNoWriMo is upon us. It started today. If you're watching this video and you haven't written any words yet, this is your friendly reminder that you should start. What are you doing? I sort of have become buddies with the people who work for NaNoWriMo, and they sent me a little like swag bag. They sent me some stuff, and in it actually included this Viking helmet, which is so great. They sent this to me just because I'm like a nano ambassador, I guess, because I've gotten so many people to do it over the years, so they thought that I had earned this Viking helmet. So thank you. I'm very, very honored to have this and be able to wear it in my videos. They also sent me this mug. It's a little caffeine power-up, noveling power-up mug that I will definitely be using a lot this month. If you want, you don't have to, but if you want, you should leave the very first sentence of your novel in the comments down below, and we can all read each other's and let each other know how excited we are for each other's stories. And if you want to just go down and be a cheerleader and cheer other people on, that would be so awesome. The very final thing that I want to tell you about is a lot of you probably remember a website called Sublime. It used to be a site where you made lists of your favorite things and shared them with others, but it's recently sort of changed. It's turned into this site where it has this really cool interface meant to make having conversations in a forum-like setting really easy and really fun. And so I'm sort of testing it out this month. I'm helping them, you know, make sure the site's working well and everything. And if you want to go ask me questions about noveling or NaNoWriMo or writing tips or just how to survive this month or even just like what you should name your characters or whatever, I'm gonna have that open all month. And the site is brand new, so we're kind of some of the first people that are going to be using it and trying it out. I get a lot of questions sort of all over the internet about this project, and if I spent all the time answering all the questions all over the place, I would never have time to actually write my own novel. So I'm gonna put a link down to that below. Obviously I'll still have all sorts of word sprints and discussions and things on Twitter, but the more sort of like deeper questions with longer answers I definitely want to have on Sublime so that we have more room and time to talk about the important stuff. That's it for October. It's November now. It is noveling time. Remember to leave your first sentences down below and to go cheer on other people who are also doing this project. Let me know if you've liked any of the other favorites that I talked about in this video, and I will see you next time.